fantastic story of Geoffrey finding friends who took him along for flying and friendship. And very recently a second book has been released called The Stowaway. Both of those books can be bought at the Giraffes on Tour stand, which is slightly up on the hill towards the right. Aim for the big house, Ragley Hall, and it's just in front of that. And the amazing Atlantic Flyers rowing team, made up of 4 RAF pilots, took Geoffrey along on their adventure, taking part in the Talisker Atlantic Challenge. So Geoffrey, the stowaway, accompanied them in the challenge, and that book tells that story. So along with Geoffrey and his family, fundraised have been over £30,000 for Great Ormond Street Hospital. And Giraffes on Tour was nominated and won the Pride of Britain Award for the London region. And Ian and Amanda Conway attended the ceremony where they met many famous and very brave people. So please do get along to the Giraffes on Tour stand to support all those who every day someone is sadly told that their child is very poorly indeed. Great Ormond Street Hospital is there to help get them better where that is possible. So please do buy a souvenir, make a contribution to that great fundraising fund. So I'll hand over to Pete to tell us about the Bronco, but the other one I nearly missed. Geoffrey's also jumping with the RAF Falcons parachute display team at the end of the day as well, and flying with Bob Grimsted in the 48 afterwards. So over to Pete and the Bronco.
Thanks very much, Pete. This is the biggest aircraft that you will ever see come in here, the North American OV-10 Bronco. The team with driving force Tony de Bruin, who is piloting the aircraft today, was formed in 2010 by enthusiasts of the Bronco. Not a very well-known aircraft. This aircraft performed incredibly in Southeast Asia. Was operated mainly by what they call the TAS squadrons, the Tactical Air Support Squadrons. And there were many pilots who were jet pilots that flew these aircraft on forward air control with target marking and also loitering over downed airmen calling in other aircraft to support the evacuation. As you can see, very steep climb here up to 1,500 feet. Aircraft could be loaded from there. There are 5 fuselage and sponsor hardpoints. The sponsors stick out the side of the base of the fuselage that look like tiny little wings. 2 wing hardpoints as well. You can carry 4 7.62 machine guns, or 1 20mm rotary cannon, 7 or 19 tube folding fin aircraft rockets in pods under the sponsons or on the wings, and up to 500-pound bombs. And you can see the aircraft is highly manoeuvrable. Tony should bring the aircraft back in on what is called a configured pass. You can see that the undercarriage has been dropped. Configured pass, also known as a dirty pass. You often see Navy aircraft performing this with the gear down, the flaps down, the tail hook down, and the air brake out. Very rare opportunity to see the Bronco. aircraft. It seems incongruous. Why? And also it's a lot of lighter aircraft as well. It's because the pilots who were going to call in jet aircraft to support them, either attacking a target or protecting someone, knew the capabilities of those jets, knew the lethality of the weapons that they were using. Nice 360 orbit. Very nice lazy climb there. You can see under the fuselage there is a fuel tank to extend the range or loiter time. Loiter time being more important. Now this would be a typical type of strafing pass, using those 4.62 machine guns or loosing off those folding fin rockets. Those rockets are about 2 3/4 inch diameter, about 4 feet long. The fins actually folded out as soon as they launched out of the tubes. The fins automatically flipped out and stabilised the rocket in flight.
Also told them to the aircraft strength works
Visibility from those seats is absolutely incredible because the sides of the fuselage are basically at your hip level. Fitted with extraction seats, not injection seats, are slightly different. And really performed well in Southeast Asia. Only 360 of these built. The US Marine Corps was the first operator that used them, plus the OV-10A and the 10D for night operations. And they were operated right the way up through until Desert Storm. Some of these machines were also used for the light attack squadrons in the US Navy and also carrier operations without the need for a catapult or a Now this particular aircraft was used as a target turret by the Luftwaffe. They had a number of these on operations, and you can see the rear of the fuselage has or used it as a light transport for armament or other materials. Highly manoeuvrable, and Tony is certainly a master of this particular mission.
So Tony and his wife travel around together and have a lot of fun.
For what will be a K-SAN type approach. Similar to the type of approaches used in Kosovo. As you can see, nose right down. Exposes the aircraft only for minimum time at slow speed to potential enemy fire. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Tony and the Bronco Demo Team. Very rare aircraft seen here in Europe, and it's fantastic that the demo team